third binary we're going to talk about is a more modern debate. You could say it's a quantum type binary, and that is on the nature of time travel. So time travel is obviously a hugely complex thing that I do not understand completely. But one of the main debates is time travel is impossible versus time travel may be possible. Time travel is definitely possible, isn't really a key concept in the debate just because it hasn't been proven at all ever. But one key sort of point of this debate is that in order for time travel to be possible, the past has to exist in the space-time continuum. The past cannot be destroyed. And so, I want to explain this really clearly. So the idea is that when you think about the past now, the idea is that the past, for maybe the time travel is impossible set, the past no longer exists. It is completely gone. It has been destroyed. Whatever universe existed then has been replaced by this universe now. And in order for time travel to be possible, the universe of the past, and all of those universes of all those moments that have already passed us, has to exist in some sort of physically accessible nature. And so this is something that Burns actually acknowledges in one of his poems, again, kind of that polysynchronous nature of his sort of view of time, that it's mutable, that it can be changed, it can be played with, so perhaps he would be a proponent of time travel. At the very least, he does seem to establish this idea that the past exists spatially somehow, that it has not been completely destroyed. And that's in one of his most famous songs, Auld Lang Syne. So in Auld Lang Syne, he writes that we twa have paddled in the burn from morning to sun till dine, but seas between us braid had roared, seen Auld Lang Syne. So the idea in this poem is that the past is here, and the present is here. But between them is this sea. So what makes it so fascinating is there is physical distance between the past and present. The past has not been destroyed, per se, as it still exists because there is a sea that can roar between the past and present. And he can still access the past, at least in recollection, if not in physical reality. And so Burns doesn't so much straight up write about time travel, but he does establish the idea that the past does exist in constant form because there can be physical distance of an actual sea between the past and the present. So we started this project looking at sort of very old philosophical ideas of time and ended up with looking more modern ideas of mathematical time travel. But I think it's really cool how Burns has managed to stay relevant in the conversation through those various binaries. It kind of is a cool reflection on Burns's own sort of persistence through time, at least so far in the last 100 years. He has managed to stay very relevant and accessible and even quite popular, especially in his songs, some of which were mentioned in this project. And so far, Burns has managed to defy time's flow a bit and live in his sort of polysynchronous paradigm. We only, the next few hundred years, we'll see if he remains doing so. Thank you for listening to my project.